wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? See some more? See some more? Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more?
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels got changed to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
You wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more?
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up. Didn't wanna know then, now I bet they're loving us. No more, no R&R, the bar is raised. If you know me, know I can bar for days. Nothing to prove, cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more?
You wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? You wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more? See some, see some. I never mind if people change. I wanna try and heal my pain. How do you buy what can't be sold? How can you lie to me in my face? In my face, in my face, in my face, in my face. That's how I'm still gonna keep the torch. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more?
I ain't seen real brown since seen nothing. I ain't seen real, I ain't seen real brown since tripping up grades. I just be making up different reasons for my nieces. From my day I pick enough to keep it up, but ain't no thing straight.
With the eyes of the world watching, it's time for the biggest event of the year, as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. One final time this season. Hi there, everybody. Joined by Brock Hewitt in the booth. I'm Kate Scott, and we have made it. The greatest game of them all, everybody. Welcome to the Super Bowl. And it really is the perfect crowning event for each and every NFL season, isn't it, partner? All the fanfare, the celebration in the week leading up to this game, and then in the moment, we see the two best teams in the NFL squaring off for this title.
Such a few fortunate players and coaches who are making a repeat appearance in this game on this stage, Kate. So many. This is the culmination of a dream that began a decade, even a couple decades ago, as a young player discovering their love for football. And for those first-timers, that's fine. Go ahead and take in this atmosphere. Just make sure you're focused when that ball is teed up and ready to go. Those dreams you had as a kid, well, they didn't end up with you losing this game. Oh, no. They ended up with you raising the Lombardi Trophy and calling yourself a champion.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. May now from the gun. Chased out to his right. Now he takes it.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he can get the first down.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. From the gun, it's May. That's caught for the first. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 2nd and 10 now. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And this is picked up by the 49ers! And a great return comes to an end with the tackle. Well, a lot of positives for the offense. They were moving the ball pretty well until they coughed it up to kill this drive.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. Really outside of ball security, that was a strong opening possession from the offense. If anybody underwhelmed, it was really the defense. They got to play a little tougher. Not always going to be a takeaway to bail them out.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 32. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Pass play now. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. First time this game they've looked to him. And 4th and 4 coming up. Bates' kick is up and good. And they're on the board.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The running back gets it on the draw. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Back-to-back carries here. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
This is reeled in by Wilson. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 48. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. That one ends up a gain of 6. And the Patriots will have a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st down throw for May. Finds his target, Ryman. And he'll head out of bounds at the opponent's 35. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a New England 1st down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
To the air yet again, May. Dump off caught by his back. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Brought down by Fred Warner. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
May now on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Cam Little now to attempt this field goal. All spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. The kick by Shudak is good. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to throw. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with him in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. We are back and just as excited as you are. Time to resume action here in Super Bowl 63. They got this after forcing a punt at the end of one. They'll run here on first down. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3. Going play action, May. Complete out to the right side. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. On play action, here's May. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers will take over as he picks off his 10th pass of the season.
Such a huge point of emphasis for so many defenses, clogging up the middle of the field. They saw that receiver enter the middle and did a terrific job of baiting the quarterback into the throw, and an even better job of forcing the interception.
The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. First and 10 coming up. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Hits his running back. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
I can guarantee you that's going to be Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
On first down, they'll run. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second down now, 7 to go. They're throwing it. Taken in on the right side by Pearsall. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Here we go, third and less than a yard. Lone back gets the handoff. And he drives this forward to the 6. A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for first and goal.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. Hits the end zone for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers parlay the interception into points. Point after up and good from Bates. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. To the air on first down, May. He's throwing deep to the left side. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
May trying again here on second. Complete out to the right. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. That puts us at the 2-minute warning. The Patriots at a disadvantage on the scoreboard. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, here's May. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Secures this at the 17. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the 49ers will go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He fires one deep down the left side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Patriots get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And goal coming up from the 7. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Buying some time right.
All right, we'll call that one a draw. He escapes, quarterback does. He avoids taking the sack. He's also denied a gain of any kind.
So now here's 3rd and goal. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Buys time, rolling right. And they will score. It's a New England touchdown. The Patriots earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Cam Little to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Patriots tie things 10-10. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's out of bounds, up at his own 45. He picks up 15 on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
That one doesn't find its man, incomplete.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. He's going to throw this one. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He puts some power on a deep one left. A lot of guys there, and it's it. Now he loses the ball. Scooped up by the Patriots. And the Patriots go in the wrong direction on the return. return, but still, they've got the football.
Hey, I get it, Kate. Third down, you're doing all you can to try to stay on the field. But unfortunately, poor ball security loosens his hold on it, and the defense knocks it free. Instead of facing fourth down, even better, that defense is off the field completely.
It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now it's second down.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Third and long for him here. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. The Patriots have their punting unit out. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Short drop, and he gets a kick away. He'll take it in short of midfield. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, we all enjoyed that halftime show, right, Brock? These guys were strategizing how to win that Lombardi. We're back underway in the Super Bowl. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Got 49 on his first punt. This one looks even longer. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Pats will take over. They've got 1st down from the 31. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They go play action here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. And that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
May on 1st and 10. That one way too far up there. They can't connect.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air. It's May. Brought in right side. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. May now from the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that makes it 2nd and goal.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
From the gun, it's May. Can't get it to him. Incomplete.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Here's May, 3rd and goal. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers get it off his 50th career INT. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Plowing up the middle. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. He throws a bullet deep to the right. They connect on the deep shot. They get 35 out of that one. And that's a 49er first down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Forced out to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and a lone yard coming up. Another carry for him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. This time it's a passing play. Pass is caught at the 9. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal. That'll bring us 1 quarter away from the end of Super Bowl 63. Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. We'll take it in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers take a 4th quarter lead. Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st down throw for May. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down. Made a throw it. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To the air yet again, May. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And they will score. It's a New England touchdown. The Patriots now trail by just a point in the 4th. And he hits that point after, so we're all set up for a heck of a finish here. We're tied in the final frame of the Super Bowl. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now a give left side. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Catch is made down the right sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. The back grabs it. And a massive hit near the goal line to keep him out of the end zone.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. They give it to him up the middle. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The 49ers take a 4th quarter lead. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the pistol snap to May. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's May. He's going to push one deep down the right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
That's complete to Wilson. Working quickly here. To the air on 1st down, May. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. He'll throw it yet again. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Going play action, May. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Oh, he forced it, intercepted, and that could do it. And the 49ers take over as he records his 10th career INT.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Hand off to the back. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. 49ers feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. And he pushes it forward, but will only reach the 23. It's a 3-yard gain, only a yard shy of the marker on 3rd down. Back to the well again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. 4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's calling for a fair catch, which is made at the 33-yard line. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here he is to throw. Wilson's got it. And he crosses midfield before going out. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Back to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. He'll look to throw it. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Setting up to pass. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Went way outside there trying to work that sideline, Brock. But by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
We see that throw, because I can close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk reward, and that time, well, there was no reward.
Trying to find his tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Now to throw. To the sideline it goes. He makes the play. Pass caught. Both feet are down. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a New England 1st down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. It's a differentiator. can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
And it's not over yet. They score here in the final minutes, and now they can tie or even win this game right here. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Big play coming from the Patriots. They're going for 2. Now the Patriots calling their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Now they're on for the most important extra point of their entire season. And he hits that point after, so we're all set up for a heck of a finish here. We're tied in the final frame of the Super Bowl. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. He throws a bullet down the right side. This is caught. Looks like he stayed in bounds too. Great work. A big 34-yard pickup there. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
You know by now, Kate, what I call that. That's that car wash ball. Just come to life. That's when you throw that ball right through that car wash and you throw it with such velo, it doesn't get wet. It's do it with that kind of accuracy down the field. This dude's elite.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Pearsall on the slant. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
So everything comes down to this from Jake Bates. The kick is good. He got it. And once again, we're going to have a party in the Bay tonight. The San Francisco 49ers are Super Bowl champions. Now NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell out to award the Lombardi Trophy to the San Francisco 49ers, your champions of Super Bowl 63. So that is a wrap. Another memorable NFL season in the books for our entire team here at EA Sports. For my partner Brock Hewitt here, our fellow commentators Brandon and Charles, Mike and Greg, I'm Kate Scott saying thanks for watching. We cannot wait to catch y'all again next season. Until then, good night, everybody, from the Super Bowl.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. So gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your team's levels got changed to your mouth. How